Otedola. Bawani. Okay, so and then another one I know is Ekaroma.
No, yeah, try it, Carol.
Okay,
how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. It's a privilege to have you join us. Now, let's start off with the fact that, like I said in my introduction, citation has become very, very prominent. A lot of people are having conversations about it. Apart from the fact that this is your debut, I don't know, the feedback is overwhelming. I don't know if that makes you feel anything at all.
To be honest, when we were making this movie, we just wanted to send an important message and make a beautiful film. We had no idea it would become this huge moment in Nollywood. So we're just really happy with the reception. We're happy that people are having discussions. You know, people like it. People have their favorite characters. They have their least favorite characters. So for me, a movie that's able to create such a conversation, it's such a blessing.
We'll get to the conversation because it's not the normal thing that we see every time. People shy away from the conversation of sexual molestation, harassment, and rape and all of that. But I am very, very peculiar about how you got to play this role. Did you audition for it? Were you handpicked? How did it happen?
So, as a lot of people know, Kunle Afolayan is very known for putting newcomers in his movies. Because for him, it's not about, okay, this person is established, they've been working for 40 years. It's just who is the best person for this role. So luckily I had met him, and then I found out he was going to be making citation, and I begged him, just please let me audition, let me audition, let me audition. And then back and forth for months, I had to send different tapes.
Wow.
And he's told the story before that it was this one particular tape. He said, okay, no hair, no makeup, just sit in front of a window and cry. And you've just had this breakup with your boyfriend, your professor has just shown who he is, and just have that emotion come out. So I think that was the moment where I got that role of Moremi.
Congratulations. I was telling you before we went on air that I'm sure people call you Moremi, that they call you Temi these days.
I've just decided that that has to be my second name now, because it's now more. Even my parents are calling me Moremi.
Oh,
so,
talking about
that's my name.
Talking about your parents, I saw your two sisters very, very ready to watch the movie. What's been their feedback to you so far? I saw Kapi and then your elder sister as well. Sit down, show us that they're about to watch the movie.
Yes, so they watched it with everyone else when it came out. So they didn't get to see it before it launched on Netflix. So I was like, you know, what are my sisters gonna think? What's my family gonna think? What's the whole world going to think? All at the same time. But I think that they really loved it. They're super proud of me, and that's really important to me. Having your two older sisters, you know, be proud of what you've done.
We are proud of you as well, but you speak impeccable French. Some of my colleagues here at TV3 were trying to mimic the way you speak French. It was so perfect that we at a certain point were confused as to whether you had to learn to speak French for this role or you already had French inside you.
Well, first off, merci beaucoup. I really appreciate it. French is a language I love. So it wasn't at the level where you see it in citation. I had to do a lot of prep. I had to do prep for the Yoruba and the French, you know, so for several months before, just trying to speak only those languages. But I did a little bit of French in school growing up in university, but I definitely had to get my French hat on. And now I said by end of next year, I'll be fluent. So I've been speaking it still every day.
I see. But whilst people extolled the ability for you to express yourself very beautifully in French, I saw a lot of people, even your sister had to fight somebody who was disappointed that you couldn't speak perfect Yoruba. What happened?
So that's the thing, is that Yoruba is such a complex language. So my intonation sounds different to that intonation that you would hear normally. So some people say, oh, that I've added my own spin. Some people are like, this Yoruba is not good at all. But for me, I love a challenge. You know, I wasn't going to not do the movie because I don't feel 100% about my Yoruba. So that's also something I'm continuing to work on. But for me, that language has so many complex parts of it in terms of sound. So if you say the same word but with a different sound, it can mean 8 different things. So that's really whereas French, you can say bonjour, 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 bonjour. It's all the same thing. So for me, Yoruba is, even in terms of that complex sound, it's even harder than a language like French. But that's something I'm definitely going to perfect.
Another reason Ghanaians are falling in love with you and falling in love with Citation is because he featured our own Ajete Anna, and he was called Kwesi in that. I want you to tell us the experience. We know he's a special dude to us, but tell us your experience as a first-timer working with someone like Ajete Anna.
Do you know, I really, really look up to Ajete, not just as a guy, as an amazing person. He has such good morals. He was definitely a leader on set in that way, but just in terms of acting skill, you know, every scene I did with him, I felt like I was learning something. That really takes me back to that scene where we're in the cafeteria and he's talking to me, and
where you are not supposed to speak to him because he was a witness.
Exactly.
Okay.
I just always go back to that day, and just, you know, he is such a natural actor. Like when it comes to skill, naturalism, I took so much from him. So I was just so honored to be able to work with him for my first time.
Beautiful. I'm sure Ajete will be proud to hear this. But let's talk about what this movie means to you. Like I said to you, that this is a way, it's a variation from the norm we're used to. We're used to so many love stories. This is sexual harassment, molestation. We've seen, even here in Ghana, we've seen BBC cover some of these allegations against some tutors in our universities and all of that. And to find yourself in that spot, first I'm beginning to ask myself, is it something you've experienced yourself? If not, why would you want to put yourself in that spot?
So yeah, as you said, you know, Ghana has also had similar problems, and the sex for grade scandals, not just in Nigeria, it's global. It's really anywhere that women are working or they have roles in society where a man can take advantage of that. So I'm very lucky that that type of situation of, okay, I will ruin your life if you don't have this inappropriate relationship with me, that's never happened to me. And I'm very blessed about that. But it happens to so many women. And just being a woman, I know on a first-hand basis, many women that has happened to. So it was really important for me to be a vessel, represent these women that haven't had their stories told. That's what Citation is that we're giving a voice to those countless women that don't get to tell their story, that don't get the happy ending that Moremi had. Moremi was vindicated. She got to walk away with her story being told. The professor was fired, but that doesn't happen to a lot of people. So it's really important that, for me, this movie actually creates those conversations that universities need to be taking responsibility for the sexual harassment cases that happen on their campuses.
I like the fact that you said that you had to, in this movie, walked away. Moremi walked away. Even you walking away, look at the extent to which you had to go to get evidence. And sometimes people do not get this opportunity. I saw you had to fly to Senegal in the movie to go look for, I forgot his name, is it Kapasta? Is that his name? Kapasta. Okay. Yes. To go get him, come provide evidence. There are a lot of people who are shying away. They're even afraid to get victimized. You got support from your boyfriend in that movie. You got support from some colleagues on. How would you, like, playing that role, because now you become an advocate or example for some people, how would you put it out to people who find themselves in this situation to go about it, because evidence is the name of the game?
So that's why, for example, I'm an ambassador for a women's rape and sexual assault charity in Nigeria, because a lot of people don't know that these resources are available to them. So WARIF, the foundation I'm a charity of, I'm an ambassador of, sorry, they have legal help. They have medical help for victims. They have all these centers and ways to help victims. It's just getting the message out that even on a lot of campus universities, now they have support groups. So if you have a situation that Moremi had, you know, you can go to your local support group. I think some universities are definitely being more responsible, maybe not in this dramatic panel situation, but they are, you know, hearing out victims and not just taking the professor's side immediately. So I think we also need to have more resources for victims, but, you know, there are hotlines, there are support centers, there are free legal resources. So we just have to get the word out on that.
Having been a spectator before your debut, I'm sure that you're used to the stories that every day we get to watch. There's a particular reason why Citation is different, because of the message it carries. People are advocating that we should see more of these reality being placed in movies. I don't know if that's the line you're going to be towing henceforth.
I mean, I think in film, there's space for everything. There's space for romance, in Citation, we have that romantic story, which is, very nice. There's space for action, but also these, social justice films are really important. So, we should be able to enjoy, go to for entertainment, but also we're getting a message across, because that's one way to actually reach a population about a serious issue, is to actually include it into popular music or popular film. So I really hope we have more movies like Citation, where you're going, you're laughing, you're having fun, there's a romantic element, but you're also leaving with a serious message.
I saw pictures of Mr. Eazi on set with you. I needed to bring that in because it's out there on social media. How was it there with you all through the journey, or he came on set, visited and left and all of that? Tell me about it. I'm just being curious.
So about a week before we were going to leave Temi Otedola University, which is where most of the movie was filmed, it was actually our anniversary. And I can't remember where he was. He was touring.
I just need to find out how many years of anniversary are you celebrating? Were you celebrating?
So that was our 3 years. So we're coming up to our 4 years now.
Wow. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you. And I thought we obviously thought we wouldn't see each other. And then I just finished a scene, and then I just see someone knock on the door. I think I'm teaching Lucien how to drive, and he's just there. So that was a really nice surprise. So he just came for like 3-4 days, but it was really nice to see him.
Beautiful indeed. So let's go back before I even continue on this tangent. How many countries did you shoot in? I realized that you flew to Senegal, you did some in Nigeria, and did you really go to Cape Verde? Yes.
So it was Nigeria, Obafemi Awolowo University, Senegal, Gori Island of Senegal as well, and then just one location day in Dakar, in Cape Verde. So it was a really, that Pan-African feel, with the different languages, with the different locations. It was really amazing.
That's a high-budget movie as well.
Yes, but it's Kunia for Lions, so at the end of the day there's gonna be quality. He doesn't turn out a movie once a month. He usually does a movie once a year, once every 2 years. So when he's gonna make a movie, he's gonna do it properly.
People would always assume that once your father is a known billionaire, he has some influence in the role you get to play. Maybe he's paying his way through for you and all of that.
Yeah, there will always be assumptions with anything I do at the end of the day, but you just have to let your work, your acting, your work ethic speak for yourself at the end of the day.
And Papa is asking, when are you and Mr. Eazi settling? He put that on social media as well. And the response he gave was, Papa, why? Papa wants to know. We want to know as well.
Papa's trying to get us in trouble. Do you know? Papa wants to know. We all want to know. Do you know what? That will definitely be something that we keep secret. Even if Papa is excited, that is me and Eazi's matter.
I love to Mr. Eazi. Ghanaians own Mr. Eazi more than Nigerians do. I'm sure you agree.
I've been knowing this.
Say again.
I've been knowing this. That's Ghana is for him. That's his hometown.
Exactly.
He has so much love for Ghana. Yeah.
Exactly. And we want to once again say congratulations to you, and we look forward to more projects from you. And that's all time will allow us to have with you. We are very, very grateful that you made time to join us.
No, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right. Okay. So I love to Kapi as well. She's one of us. We spoke to her a few weeks ago on this network. So I love to her as well.
I will.
Okay, so that's Temi Otedola. Thank you so much. Temi Otedola debuts in Citation, a movie by Kunle Afolayan. He spoke to us in March during the lockdown right here in Ghana about the effects of COVID on the movie industry. I think he's gone past that. And that movie features Ajete Anna, and it's on Netflix. You should see it. And definitely, I'm sure you will be excited to see